love the internet. I remember when AOL Instant Messenger came out and it was very exciting. I was so excited to IM with my friends, but my mom was kind of scared of it. It was much too fast, too connected. So instead, she allowed me to email with my friends back and forth. It wasn't the same. Then there was MySpace and Facebook and Instagram and so many other social media platforms that are dying and being born seems like every day, and we are more connected than ever. And truthfully, I love the internet. I love social media. There's so much to learn, so much to see, so much to do. Sometimes I feel a little bit like Ariel, swimming around, admiring my gadgets and gizmos and who's its and what's it, but who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. Because real life is better than the internet, right? I can have 20 thingamabobs like Ariel, but if I'm stuck staring at a screen all day, I'm missing out on the big, beautiful world above the water. But here's the problem. No matter how awesome IRL is, there is so much content out there that's gonna distract us, both good content and bad content. And I've gotten myself into a little bit of a pickle because I feel like I am just adding to the pile. I'm just contributing to the noise, especially when someone asks me, oh, you have a YouTube channel, what's it about? And I have to either answer nothing really or everything. Because I have made my umbrella so wide that I can literally talk about whatever I want, and it often makes me feel like my content is just idle prattle. I once dressed up like Mrs. Maisel because at the time I was really obsessed with the television show, and I made a video about it and 25,000 people watched it. Why did I do that? What was the point of that? Now here's the flip side. I have also suggested to my audience ways in which they can restrict their internet usage or stop being addicted to the internet, because this is a really common problem. We are addicted to consuming videos, consuming posts. And as it turns out, I am not the only YouTuber to do so. And for me, this is such an interesting, weird paradox and a weird contradiction. I'm making these videos and I hope you watch my videos because my income relies on you watching my videos, but I'm also suggesting to you to, you know, not be addicted to my videos. So I talked to a couple of my friends who are also YouTubers, like my friend Caitlin, who happens to be the most prolific content creator I know of.
So in any given week, I post 2 blog posts of new recipes for my blog, and then I'll also post 2 YouTube videos a week, and I try to post on Instagram every day. Sometimes I'll take the weekend or Sundays off. And I try to post on Instagram stories every day as well. But it definitely gets overwhelming and it's a lot.
You do an Instagram post on your regular feed every day?
I try to, yes.
Whoa. Most content creators profit either financially or otherwise from growing an audience and increasing views, which translates to more people watching more videos, consuming more blog posts, liking more posts, engaging on Instagram. And as creators, we're supposed to have this sort of game plan to get more views because you need to be really conscious of it because it directly relates to your income. And some creators are really smart. They're super strategic about it and it works. Most of the time for me personally, I just make a video that resonates with me. I make sure it has a good thumbnail and a good title, and I post it praying to the gods, both the old and the new, that people will click on it. And my friend Bonnie has a very similar approach to mine.
To be honest, I think I'm like the worst at this.
I'm probably worse. So I just kind of like throw it up there and like cross my fingers.
Yeah, same. I'm like, I don't know if people are gonna watch this.
One thing Bonnie does work on really hard are her thumbnails. How much time do you spend making a thumbnail?
It's way too long. Like, I hate making thumbnails. It's actually my least favorite part of the whole process. I wish, oh my god, I just wish I didn't have to do them.
But how much time?
Probably like at least a few hours, like probably a few hours.
There's honestly so much pressure as a content creator to increase your views, and a smart, good businesswoman would actually work on this by increasing the production quality of her work and by getting really professional photos and making everything really appealing to the eye and color correct every shot.
Actually, I don't know. There's an article that was posted recently. I don't know if you've seen it, but people are saying that on Instagram, there's a trend that the most popular photos are now just unedited photos that people have taken from their iPhones versus the highly curated professional looking things. So I think people are interested in the real life stuff too.
Perfect, great. But Caitlin, how do I get people's attention if I actually have a message I want to share amidst the noise and people screaming at you and follow, like, subscribe, link in bio?
Yeah, that's really interesting. So this is kind of a weird story, but what comes to mind is that when I was in high school, every month, my school gave out awards to leaders in the community, and they had a phrase, and they said whether they're leading from the forefront or gently pushing from the back. And I've always sort of thought of my channel in that way.
I never cared about views before or likes, but now that it's directly related to my income, I care. And so then I get very confused, and it really, it unfortunately affects what I put out. It changes my content.
While it can be easy to get caught up in the numbers, I do always try to remind myself that I do this for the people who are going to watch my videos no matter what.
But you, Bonnie, you're a creator, you make content, but do you restrict your own internet usage?
I do. I try to. I think when I'm in like a good routine, the things that I try to restrict is like when I wake up in the morning, I try my best not to look at my phone.
Me too. And honestly, I'm as conscious about the social media I consume as I am about the food that I eat. Personally, I delete Instagram from my phone most of the time. If I want to post something, I have to download the app just so I can post it. I very rarely go on it anymore. If I watch a YouTube video, I'm super conscious about how am I going to spend my time watching this video? Is this something I want to add into my brain? I also talked to my friend Tara, who's getting a PhD in psychoimplantonary something.
The degree is in interdisciplinary health with a concentration in psychosocial health. The point of the program is to bring together all these different aspects of health, because health is not just this one thing. It has all of these different aspects, and that's what I really like about it. So it has a public health basis, but it also brings in psychology and sociology.
Tara also does one-on-one self-coaching to help people with a relationship with themselves, specifically building a foundation of self-love.
With your clients, do you talk about internet usage and social media usage a lot?
For sure. We talk mostly about paying attention to how you feel when you're using it, and how the content that is in your feed affects you.
And the truth is, sometimes the best thing we can do as consumers is just to unfollow people, because some content can be triggering.
It's important to get curious about like, why is this triggering for me? And like, what inner work do I still need to do? For whether it's like, you know, someone who is showing pictures of their workouts, and it's like, that really triggers me to feel badly about my body. Even if you recognize that, okay, because this person's content is triggering for me and is making me feel poorly about myself, and I should just be stronger, I should just be able to not feel this way, it's like, you know what? It is okay to unfollow.
I've had people triggered by my own content for some reason or another, so I've asked them, please unfollow me, don't watch my videos, don't consume what I put out if it's going to make you feel this way. Because at that point, it really is the responsibility of the follower, the consumer, to choose and decide when it's time to unplug.
Totally, like, yeah, especially like me with like my recent changes, I definitely encourage people, like if they don't understand my perspective or my experience, or they don't like believe in what I'm sharing, then like unfollow me. And I think I have like lost a lot of followers from doing that, from changing and changing up my content. Yeah, I mean, I guess some would argue like they would rather have less followers and people that are really engaged in their content than have like a whole bunch of followers that don't even really care about what they're saying.
Whenever I create a video, I really try to ask myself a question of, how is this going to add value to someone's life? Maybe it's purely entertaining, but sometimes it's really informational, like just teaching someone the difference between the varieties of persimmons. In some way, with each thing I put out, I'm trying to inspire or educate or inform or just make someone laugh. But that does get a little hard, because sometimes the videos that are more informative or more challenging actually aren't very clickable and probably won't get a lot of views. So actually one of the biggest things I think people can walk away from when watching one of my videos on my channel is just to inspire them to get outside more, get in nature, eat good food, spend time with people you love. But again, there's that weird paradox.
Yeah, it's all do as I say, not as I do, right? Because if you want to promote spending time outside, it's like you have to spend time outside, but with a screen in front of your face.
But then it's like, if I film myself going on a hike, it inspires people to go outside. I want to bring up another topic. This is something that I personally have benefited a lot from just by using social media, and that is meditation. I never would have started meditating if it weren't for people like Tara promoting it and normalizing it on social media.
Meditation is something, you know, more than anything else, I make sure I do every single day.
And as wonderful as social media has been in my own life, there are days when both Bonnie and we fantasize about getting off social media altogether, both as creators and as consumers.
The idea of like not having anything to do with social media is like kind of refreshing, and like it's intriguing. As someone who spends so much time on social media, it's kind of like something that you look at and you're like, oh, imagine if I just like completely switched up my life and like just went and got like a normal job and like never had anything to do with social media again. Like sometimes that idea is like so...
No, I have to stop it. Both of us are like smiling so big. We're like, yeah, that sounds amazing.
No, like, cause yeah, it can be, cause it can be so hard to like be on social media. So that idea of completely switching is definitely, what's the word I'm looking for?
Alluring.
Yes, alluring and
Attractive.
appealing, all the words.
In conclusion, there is no conclusion because I want to promote a healthy lifestyle of not being addicted to the internet, but I also need people to watch my videos in order for me to keep making videos about not being addicted to the internet.
Yeah, our jobs are very weird.
So personally, if I'm gonna come to any sort of conclusion at all, I just want to recalibrate. I want to make sure that every video I put out is somehow going to really challenge you to think, open up your mind a little bit more, inspire you, and I'm just not gonna worry so much about the views, even though it's really hard. Creating content is such a big responsibility, one which I think we often take for granted as creators. If I don't want to waste my own time watching vapid videos, I don't want to make vapid videos to waste your time. Also, thank you for watching this video.